Am I the a-hole for not asking my girlfriend's father for permission to marry her? So I feel like the normal situation I read about is the opposite situation, but I personally feel I am in the right here. I, 30M, have been dating my girlfriend, 29F, for 4 years now, and things have all in all been pretty good. We both don't see eye to eye politically on many things with her father, but we still visit him and her mother fairly frequently around holidays, and he is friendly enough to know not to bring up politics around the both of us because we don't agree, but I digress. I've talked about proposing to my girlfriend over the past couple of months and about what she wants, etc., and she mentioned she wanted me to ask her dad for permission. I was kind of taken aback by this because it isn't a normal thing my girlfriend would say, so I asked why. She said because it's something she would like me to do, her sister's husband did it, and some wedding funding from him would likely be contingent on me doing this. I came back with that I wouldn't be asking another person for permission to marry her. It's an extremely outdated tradition, for one, and I'm a 30-year-old person. I can do what I want to do with someone I love. I don't need anyone else's permission. She got mad and said I just needed to do it because it's a small thing to ask for, and she wants some of the money to have a few more things at our wedding that we won't be able to afford without it. I'm continuing to stand my ground about not asking for this. Update 1, hi y'all. So after reading a lot of the responses in the original thread, I decided to ask for my girlfriend's parents' blessing. I told her I was going to do it, and she was very happy. We were going to visit about 2 weeks after I posted the thread, and I figured it would be a good opportunity to ask. So my fiancé went for a run one morning, and I was lounging around talking with her parents when I said I'd like to talk to them about something. They both kind of smiled like they knew what I was going to say, and immediately her dad says, "Let's go talk in the garage." So he and I go out there, and I phrase it like some people told me to: "I want to marry your daughter, and I'm letting you know that I plan to propose because I love her. I also want to get your blessing because I respect you and your wife." He was pleased with the answer and smiled and gave his approval for me to propose. All I needed. The proposal went great about a month later. Romantic and just like I had planned, my fiancé loved it. So this past Sunday, we were discussing venues and the ceremony, and my fiancé casually said, "Well, Dad wants us to get married in this church, so we'll be doing it here." Now I'm not religious, and I wouldn't mind getting married in a church, but again, why does his opinion matter for our wedding? So I asked, "Anything else your dad wants for our wedding?" And then said we also needed to stay in separate rooms the night before our wedding too, per her father. Hilarious since we've been living together for almost 2 years. This led to a massive argument about the wedding, the role of her dad in her life. I told her that up until a couple of months ago, it seemed like she couldn't have cared less about what her dad thought. But would it stop with the wedding? Would it continue on if we had children? Her excuse was that she was ruining her dream wedding, and it was contingent on appeasing her father. She didn't understand why I couldn't compromise and get her the extra cash to get her the wedding she had always dreamed of. So I told her, "I'm not ready to get married if this is the stance you're going to take with your father," and that did not go over well. The yelling started, and things started being thrown at me. So I left. I called my buddy and went to his place. He gladly let me come over. I've got tons of missed calls from her, some texts ranging from "I miss you," "Let's talk it out" to "You're an abuser trying to separate me from my family." I just honestly don't know where this behavior is coming from. It's like my fiancé has been taken over by some bridezilla that only cares about having a perfect wedding. I'm just taking time to think about everything and what I want to do next. I'll maybe update again after this, but for now, things aren't looking too great for the future of our relationship. Just trying to keep my head above water. Update 2, hey all. Been getting quite a few messages asking me how things are going. So I figured I'd give y'all a quick update. 1. The wedding is not happening. 2. We broke up. I've just moved into a new place after staying with a friend for a bit, and I'm just figuring out life. Just working and staying busy with my golf league. We tried to make it work for a little while after my update, and I think we both realized that after what had transpired, it wasn't going to work. So, that's what I got for you. Not that exciting. But hey, honestly, life is pretty boring most of the time, unlike what most people on Reddit would like you to believe. Update 3, hey everybody. Kind of forgot about this account, to be honest. I was thinking about this the other day and logged in, and had a couple of people asking how I was doing. To be honest, not much has changed. I think the last I left you, I had just moved into a new place and my ex and I had separated, and we had called off the wedding. For about 4 months or so, I didn't have contact with my ex. We just figured it would be best to go our separate ways. I just buried myself in my work and kept trying to keep my mind off her. But out of the blue, I got a message from her just asking how I was doing. We ended up texting for a bit over the next couple of days, and we ended up deciding we wanted to meet up for a quick round of drinks just to get some closure. Drinks went well, and we continued to text maybe once every 2 weeks or so. One thing led to another, and on a random night, I got a text from her asking to come over to her new place. So I did, haha. We've kept this arrangement going now for a while. No plans on getting back together at all, but it's nice to feel like a normal person every 2 to 3 weeks. So that's really it. Work is good, and I'm thinking about potentially getting back out into the dating world soon. I'll have to end the arrangement with my ex if so, but I think she'll be understanding. Anyways, appreciate you all asking about me. Final update, what's up, everyone? Figured I'd give an update for your enjoyment, seeing as it's the weekend. Someone sent me a post from Baru that outlined this whole saga, and it was pretty interesting reading all the comments. For those that thought I was stupid enough to not be using protection when seeing my ex. Come on now, I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. For those of you that thought I was stupid enough to think that my ex wouldn't have an issue going back into the dating world eventually. Great call by the haters. You were correct, lol. About 6 months after my previous update, I decided to officially end it with my ex because I just felt the relationship had run its course. We hadn't seen each other for about 2 months at that point, so I figured it was kind of a natural stopping point. Well, that breakup text turned into about 100 missed calls and 20 extremely angry voicemails. Including one where I was threatened with things being thrown at me again, so all in all, that just reinforced my decision. Other than that, things have been good. I've just been working and playing golf when the weather is decent. No plans to get into a relationship anytime soon, which is honestly fine by me. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend.